I honestly cannot remember when we found out that Trisha was pregnant. I think because of what happened afterwards, that's what seared in my brain, not necessarily the moment we found out that she was pregnant.
I had seen so many tests that said no, that I wasn't gonna have a baby. That when it said pregnant, I just didn't even know how to feel. I woke up, it was about 2 a.m., and I told him that I just didn't feel right, that we needed to go to the hospital.
So Jonathan was in the NICU a little over 3 months.
He had a double hernia as well as pyloric stenosis, and had to have surgery for both things while he was in the NICU. He was little, so he needed extra calories. So in order to provide those extra calories, we fortified his breast milk.
And when you're a parent in that situation, you're putting all your faith in those medical professionals to know what they're doing.
You say hi to him?
What he really needed to do was grow, learn to eat, and to learn to breathe while eating. That was a big thing for him. So I remember very specifically being told about neck, but I don't ever remember that falling into a choice that I made, because my kid needed this fortifier, and we would deal with anything that might go wrong if something were to go wrong later. We were going to take care of our child and give him the absolute best option that we could, even if that meant afterwards we had to deal with something else.
I just remember being excited watching him eat and seeing him eat. And that, 15 years later, we're still happy watching him eat and eat and eat. And when a parent is presented with the option of providing their child for their nutritional needs, 10 out of 10, the parent is going to say, do whatever we can to have our child survive. Parents are not worried about lawsuits. They shouldn't be thinking about lawsuits. They should be thinking about, is this going to help my child survive? Without these nutritional supplements, our child would not have survived. Jonathan is a resilient kid, physically, mentally, emotionally. And we think that is in large part because of his birth story. And whether he remembers his experiences in the NICU or not, we firmly believe that that's part of who he is and what he is. When people see Jonathan with his friend group, they can't distinguish who is a NICU baby and who isn't within that group. He has met every milestone for his development, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, and he interacts with all his buddies in the same way they all interact with each other. Not once during the 3 months when we were at the NICU did I have the impression that the medical team was making decisions based on the potential for lawsuits. And we don't want our medical professionals hamstrung by the thoughts of lawsuits. We want them to have the freedom and flexibility to tell the patients what they think in their best medical professional judgment is the best course of care.